Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 8, Text 26. Aho Teja Kshatriyanam
अहो
अहो
तेजा
तेजा
क्षत्रियाणां
क्षत्रियाणां
Manabhangam Amrishyatam
मानभृङ्गम्
मानभङ्गमृष्यताम्
अमृष्यताम्
Balo api ayam hridadhate
बाल अपि
बालोऽपि
अयं
अयं
हृदादते
विधातते
Yat Samatur Asat Vachaha.
यत्समातु
यत्समातुरसद्वचः
असत्वचः.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. How wonderful are the powerful Kshatriyas. They cannot tolerate even a slight infringement upon their prestige. Just imagine, this boy is only a small child, yet harsh words from his stepmother proved unbearable to him. The qualifications of the Kshatriyas are described in Bhagavad Gita. Two important qualifications are to have a sense of prestige and not to flee from battle. It appears that the Kshatriya blood within the body of Dhruv Maharaj was naturally very active. If the Brahminical Kshatriya or Vaishya culture is maintained in a family, naturally the sons and grandsons inherit the spirit of the particular class. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, the samskar or the reformatory system is maintained very rigidly. If one fails to observe the reformatory measures current in the family, one is immediately degraded to a lower standard of life. So in the Vedic times, in the Vedic society, the Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, the culture was maintained. There was the initiation was performed, and here's to just understand that it's by nature that he is a Kshatriya, not because he's born in just his father is a king and he's born in the king's family, but he has that Kshatriya spirit in him. Guna karma vipakasa. Krishna says he makes this varna sharma based on our gunas and our karma. So it's evident because he's just 5 years old, Nobody's teaching him anything, but that's his nature, the Kshatriya spirit, that he's so upset. He's become like, okay, I'm going now to the forest. I want to find a solution to this. Not easy, maybe if it was another Brahminical boy, he would like somebody he was a Brahmana, he may say, it's okay, what you're saying is true, whatever, like very calm and very accepting, tolerant. But the Kshatriyas, no, why will I accept it? So reading on Narada Vacha, Nadhu Napi Avatmanam Te.
नारद उवाच
Avavmanam Te.
नारद उवाच
उवाच
नाधूना अपि अवमानं ते
Samanam Vapi Putraka.
समानं वा
वापि
अपि पुत्रकः
पुत्रक
Lakshyama Kumarasya.
लक्षयाम
लक्ष्याम
कुमारस्य
कुमारस्य
Shaktasya Kridanadishu.
सक्तस्य
सत्य क्रीडन्
क्रीडनादिषु
आदिषु.
The great sage Narada told Dhruv, my dear boy, you are only a little boy whose attachment is to sports and other frivolities. Why are you so affected by the words insulting your honor? Ordinarily, if a child is rebuked as a rascal or fool, he smiles and does not take such insulting words very seriously. Similarly, if words of honor are offered, he does not appreciate them. But in the case of Dhruv Maharaj, the Kshatriya spirit was so strong that he could not tolerate a slight insult from his stepmother, which injured his Kshatriya prestige. Sometimes we may tell the children some words, but then the children don't understand what we are trying to tell them. They'll just still continue playing. but not Dhruv. Very, very Kshatriya spirit. Vikalpe Vidyamanepi
विकल्पे
विकल्पे
विद्यमाने अपि
विद्यमाने अपि
Nahi Ashantosha Hetavaha
न
न
हि
हि
असन्तोषहेतवः
असन्तोषहेतवः
Pumso Moham Rite Bhinna
पुंसमोहक्षिते
पुंसो
भिन्नान्
मोहकृते
ऋते
भिन्ना
भिन्नान्
Yalloke Nija Karma Bihi.
यल्लोके
यल्लोके निजकर्मभिः
कर्म
My dear Dhruv, if you feel that your sense of honor has been insulted, you still have no cause for dissatisfaction. This kind of dissatisfaction is another feature of the illusory energy. Every living entity is controlled by its previous actions, and therefore there are different varieties of life for enjoying or suffering. In the Vedas, it is said that the living entity is always uncontaminated and unaffected by material association. So the soul actually, we are never contaminated. The living entity gets different types of material bodies because of his previous fruitive activities. If, however, one understands the philosophy that as a living spirit soul, he has an affinity for neither suffering nor enjoyment, then he's considered to be a liberated person. So why do we have all this lamentation, hankering? It's not there in the soul, but because we are thinking we are the body, we're thinking we are matter. That's why we get affected. All the lamentation, the hankering, the illusion. And that's why we get different types of material bodies. We engage in different type of furtive activities. Of course, if we understand that I'm the soul, then that is liberation, no? Because we have completely understood. It's no more a theory then. It's a realized knowledge. It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 1854, Brahma Bhuta Prasanat. When one is actually situated on the transcendental platform, he has nothing for which to lament and nothing for which to hanker, na shochati, na kankshati. Krishna says this in Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapter 54, that when you come on the Brahma Bhuta platform, realize that I'm the soul. There is no hankering, there's no lamentation. Narad Rishi, first of all, wanted to impress upon Dhruv Maharaj that he was only a child. He should not have been affected by words of insult or honor. And if he was so developed as to understand honor and insult, then this understanding should have been applied in his own life. He should have known that honor and dishonor are both destined only by one's previous actions. Therefore, one should not be sorry or happy under any circumstances. So Narad Muni is saying, see, you're a child, first of all. So you shouldn't even be getting so affected by the words of your mother. Now, if you're getting so affected, you're a bit so hurt because you're understanding what is honor, disorder, then you should also understand that for the soul, there is no honor or there is no dishonor. And whatever is coming our way is just based on our previous karma. So just accept it, tolerate it. Krishna says, with a steady mind, and then that can lead us to liberation. And Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita. So Narad Muni is trying to give that same knowledge to Dhruv here. Don't get too affected in honor and dishonor. But we do get affected. It's not easy. It's not easy not to get affected in honor and dishonor. But Krishna is saying, don't get too affected. Accept it as your previous karma. Become steady in your mind. Because when we are steady in the mind, then we can continue with Krishna consciousness also more steadily. Otherwise, there is the deviation there. So, yeah, certainly not easy, but need to practice. Paritushye tatastata
परितुष्येत तद्गतात्
tavan matrena purushaha
तावन्
तावन्मात्रेण
मात्रेण
पुरुषः
पुरुषः
Devopasaditam yavad
Devopasaditam yavat
Viksheshvara gatim buddha.
Vikshveshvara gatim buddha.
The process of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very wonderful. One who is intelligent should accept that process and be satisfied with whatever comes, favorable or unfavorable, by his supreme will. So here Narad Muni is saying how we can be of steady mind. He's telling Dhruv, be of steady mind. No, don't get so affected by honor and dishonor. We do, if somebody insults us, we really get so affected. We may go on and on for a long time with it. And when we receive honor, we get so jubilant. So Narad Muni, and then it affects us. But Narad Muni say, be of steady mind. Then how to do that? Accept everything that comes as the will of the Lord. The great sage Narad instructed Dhruv Maharaj that one should be satisfied in all circumstances. Certainly not easy for us. But the more we hear and chant, then it helps us. Everyone who is intelligent should know that because of our concept of bodily existence, we are subjected to suffering and enjoyment. One who is in the transcendental position beyond the concept of bodily life is considered to be intelligent. So why is he considered to be intelligent? Because then he's not participating in this very sources of very sources of suffering. What Prabhupada is saying, everyone who's intelligent should know that because of our concept of bodily existence, we are subjected to suffering and enjoyment. So the soul, there is no suffering and there is, of course, there's only enjoyment on the transcendental platform. That's again not material enjoyment, only that's transcendental enjoyment. But there is surely no suffering. But we are allowing ourselves to suffer. We are allowing it. So even Krishna says, and Prabhupada is repeating the same thing, become intelligent. Try to understand that you don't need to suffer. You're not this body. Understand the position as the soul. One who is a devotee especially accepts all reverses as gifts of the Supreme Lord. So this is the Tattenu Kampam Susamikshamano, Canto 10, Chapter 14. When a devotee is put into distress, he accepts this as God's mercy and offers him repeated obeisances with his body, mind, and intellect. An intelligent person therefore should be always satisfied depending on the mercy of the Lord. So this is a pure devotee. Devotee, he sees that whatever suffering I'm getting, I would have suffered more. It's by the mercy of Krishna that my suffering is reduced to a great degree. Krishna is just allowing me to experience a token of the suffering otherwise which is due to me because of my past sinful activities. And when happiness comes, then the devotee thinks, I don't deserve this happiness, but it's Krishna's mercy on me that he's allowing me to feel this happiness. And so this is how he's completely depending on the mercy of Krishna. And then that's the reason a devotee is called intelligent. And he's satisfied in whatever condition because he's accepting any condition that's coming his way as the mercy of Krishna. Does anyone want to add or comment to this? Or share anything?
I was just wondering that how intelligent the mother Suniti is. Like she had, though in a lot of things we hear that the female was not uh, quite, went to the Gurukul or something in that age, but still every woman was so knowledgeable about the devotional service and about Krishna knowledge. Like love for Krishna was prevailing in their hearts. It was there in their heart. So because she's even describing how beautifully she has even described Lord previously, and then, you know, like what a right path she has shown to her kid.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. She's a true guide. She's doing her duty as a mother. Very true. Yes, very qualified personality, not an ordinary person. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So here,
Hare Krishna.
it's, it's so beautifully explained how Narad is talking about don't be attached to your body, don't fear, don't be disappointed, trust in his blessing and his love.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Reading on. Atha matropadishtena
अथ
अतः मात्रा उपदिष्टेन
yogena varurutasase
योगेन अवरुरुतत्ससि
yat prasadam savai pumsam
यत्प्रसादं स वै पुंसां
duraradhyo mato mama.
दुराराध्यमतमः.
Now you have decided to undertake the mystic process of meditation under the instruction of your mother, just to achieve the mercy of the Lord. But, in my opinion, such austerities are not possible for any ordinary man. It is very difficult to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The process of Bhakti Yoga is simultaneously very difficult and very easy to perform. Yeah, it's not easy, but yet it's not difficult. Many people say, "Oh, I'm not gonna take the bhakti process. It's so easy. I'm rather gonna take another process, maybe a process of meditation or maybe a process of knowledge, because those are like really, you know, difficult ones. Bhakti is too easy." No, it's not that. Actually, bhakti is difficult to perform. That's the reason not many people want to perform bhakti. Yet, it's the easiest to perform. Why? Because very easily we can revive our love of Krishna with bhakti. It's only by bhakti can we revive our love of Krishna. Hmm? That prema pumartho mahan. The goal of human life is to revive our love of Krishna, and that can be easily done by bhakti. Shri Narad Muni, the supreme spiritual master, is testing Dhruv Maharaj to see how determined he is to prosecute devotional service. This is the process of accepting a disciple. So when the spiritual master, when at the time of initiation, or rather before initiation, the spiritual master tests the disciple, and the disciple also tests the spiritual master. It's a relationship, no? Both have to test each other. And so here Narad Muni is testing how sincere is Dhruv, how determined he is really to see the Lord, to get the mercy of the Lord. The great sage Narad has come to Dhruv under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, just to initiate him. Yet he is testing Dhruv's determination to execute the process. It is a fact, however, that for a sincere person, devotional service is very easy. But for one who is not determined and sincere, this process is very difficult. So Prabhupada is giving us two qualities rather, or two, sincerity and determination. If we have these two, then devotional service becomes easy. If we don't have, then it becomes difficult. Sincerity and determination. But we can see that we need sincerity and determination in any goal that we set up. We keep even a material goal. We are sincere to achieve that goal, and to do that, then that's the reason we become so determined. We'll we'll make a plan, we'll make whatever agenda, we'll chart out, map out whatever we need to do, how we are going to do it. So much planning is done. So similarly, same in spiritual life. Krishna sees the heart of the devotee. He sees our heart. Do we really want to revive our relationship with him? Are we really interested to have this this loving relationship with him? And when Krishna sees that, he makes the arrangements. Munaya padavim yasya
Munya
Munya
nisangeno janmabihi
Nisangenoru Janmabi
na vidur mrigayantopi
viduriyanto api
tivra yoga samadhina.
Yoga
samadhina.
Samadhina.
Narad Muni continued, after trying this process for many, many births and remaining unattached to material contamination, placing themselves continually in trance and executing many types of austerities, many mystic yogis were unable to find the end of the path of God realization. So Narad Muni is saying, the mystic yogis, the path of meditation is not so easy. You're a young boy. They're great, great yogis, experienced yogis who have done this for many, 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 many years. And not only many, many years, but many, many births. But yet they are not able to get the mercy of the Lord, unable to have God realization, to understand who's God, understand the absolute truth. So Narad Muni here himself, a great authority, is saying, the path of meditation, it may take many, many births for you to do that, and yet you may not be successful. So we'll continue reading tomorrow.
I just wanted to say that Adi Gadadhar Prabhu said in one of the lectures that there was this great devotee who had written a poem about Narad Muni, and he has said that he's a spaceman because he travels. He has that like he's not bound to the traveling. He could go anywhere, so he's a spaceman. And then also he mentioned that there's a very beautiful poem written by Bhakti Vinod Thakur about Narad Muni. Narad Muni bajai veena, Radha Krishna. Narad Muni bajai veena, Radha Krishna nache, something like that. Yeah. So he mentioned that about Narad Muni, that how glorious he is.
Yeah, Jai, Narad Muni ki Jai. Yes, he's a transcendental spaceman. He's not ordinary spaceman. Thank you so much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Hare Krishna.